At 71, if you can still do these six things, you're winning at life. Reaching 71 is a milestone, a testament to a life well lived. But what does it truly mean to be winning at this stage? It's not about riches, fame, or accolades. It's about the ability to live fully, to embrace each day with strength, clarity, and connection. If you can still do these six things, consider yourself one of life's champions. These aren't grand achievements. They're the small yet powerful victories that signal resilience, independence, and joy. They are the markers of a strong body, a sharp mind, and a fulfilled heart. Let's dive in. 1. If you can get up from a chair without using your hands, you're winning. It may seem like the simplest of movements, rising from a chair without pushing off with your hands. But behind this small action lies a profound truth about aging, independence, and resilience. The ability to stand up unassisted is more than just a test of physical strength. It's a reflection of how well your body has carried you through the years. Think about all the times in life you've stood up after long conversations around the dinner table, after moments of deep reflection on the porch, after watching your favorite television show. It's something so automatic, so effortless in youth that we rarely think about it. But as we age, this everyday action becomes a measure of how well we've maintained our strength, balance, and mobility. It's a quiet victory, a testament to the muscles we've built and the discipline we've maintained over the years. Research has shown that the ability to get up from a seated position without using your hands is strongly correlated with longevity and overall health. A study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that people who could perform this action with ease were significantly more likely to live longer, independent lives. It's a reminder that aging well isn't just about how we look or even how we feel. It's about what we can still do. Beyond the physical aspect, there is an emotional and psychological weight to this ability. Being able to stand up effortlessly means maintaining a level of self-sufficiency that many take for granted. It means fewer fears of falling, greater confidence in moving about the world, and the dignity of not always needing assistance for the most basic movements. It's about freedom, the freedom to move, to act, to live without hesitation. Imagine being at a family gathering, the room filled with the voices of children and grandchildren. You're sitting comfortably, engaged in conversation, when it's time to rise and get another cup of coffee. Without thinking, you shift your weight forward and stand up, steady and strong. No awkward struggle, no pause to brace yourself on the armrests, no moment of hesitation. You move with ease, proving to yourself and those around you that your body still carries you as it always has. But if this action is becoming difficult, there is still hope. Strength can be rebuilt, mobility can be regained. Every day offers a chance to invest in your independence. Simple exercises, leg lifts, squats, stretches can make a world of difference. It's never too late to prioritize your strength because every ounce of effort today is a gift to your future self. At 71, being able to stand up from a chair without help is more than a physical feat. It is a quiet affirmation that you are still strong, still capable, still thriving. And that is what winning at life truly looks like. 2. If you can wake up with a sense of purpose, you're winning. There is something deeply powerful about waking up in the morning with a reason to get out of bed. At 71, purpose is no longer tied to the same responsibilities of youth. The career deadlines, the demands of raising a family, the relentless push to build something for the future. Instead, purpose shifts into something more personal, more reflective. It becomes about the quiet joys, the moments that bring fulfillment, the feeling that your presence in this world still matters. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to mean running a business, writing a book, or achieving something society deems remarkable. It can be as simple as tending to your garden, where each morning you step outside to check on the roses you've nurtured for years. It can be the anticipation of a phone call with an old friend, a standing weekly breakfast with your neighbor, or the excitement of watching your grandchild take their first steps. Purpose is found in the small but meaningful routines that make life feel full. Studies have shown that having a sense of purpose is directly linked to longevity and well being. Research from the National Institute on Aging reveals that older adults who wake up with something to look forward to experience lower levels of stress, better heart health, and even a reduced risk of Alzheimer's. The mind thrives on engagement, on having a reason to stay active and connected. The body follows suit, fueled by the quiet motivation of knowing that today, just like yesterday and tomorrow, has meaning. But beyond the science, there is something deeply emotional about purpose. It is what keeps the soul alive, what prevents the creeping sense of isolation that too often accompanies aging. The world around you may change. Loved ones move away, old friends pass on, routines shift, but purpose is what keeps you grounded, reminding you that your life still has value. It is the difference between merely existing and truly living. Imagine waking up each morning and feeling a sense of anticipation. Maybe it's the joy of cooking breakfast, knowing that the smell of coffee and warm toast will fill your kitchen. Maybe it's the excitement of opening a new book, losing yourself in its pages. Maybe it's simply the peace of sitting by the window, watching the world wake up alongside you. Purpose doesn't have to be complicated, it only has to be yours. And if you find yourself struggling to find purpose, start small. Try something new. Reconnect with an old hobby. Say yes to invitations instead of letting them pass. Purpose is not always something that comes to you. It is something you must sometimes seek out. But once you find it, once you cultivate it, it becomes the reason your days feel meaningful, the reason you continue to move forward with curiosity and joy. At 71, waking up with a sense of purpose is one of the greatest victories of all. It means you are still engaged in life, still open to what each day has to offer. It means you are not just looking back at what was, you are still looking forward to what is to come. And that is the very definition of winning. 3. If you can comfort someone in need, you're winning. There is an undeniable power in being the person someone turns to in times of need. At 71, you have lived through enough joys and hardships to understand that life is not always kind. You have seen loss, disappointment, uncertainty, and change. But you have also learned something invaluable, that in the face of life's difficulties, kindness is the one thing that never loses its meaning. If you can still offer comfort to someone who is struggling, if your words, presence, or simple gestures bring peace to another, then you are winning at life in a way that few truly understand. Comfort is not always about having the right answers. It is not about fixing what is broken or finding the perfect words to ease someone's pain. Sometimes it is simply about being there, sitting in silence with a grieving friend, listening to someone's worries without judgment, or offering a reassuring touch that reminds them they are not alone. The ability to comfort is not measured in grand acts, but in the willingness to hold space for another's suffering. As we age, we realize that people don't always need solutions. They need connection. They need to know that someone still sees them, still values their presence, still cares about the weight they carry. The world can feel lonely, especially in times of sorrow or uncertainty. But when you take the time to reach out, to send a card, to make a phone call, to offer a warm embrace, You are reminding someone that they matter. And in doing so, you remind yourself that you matter too. There is something profoundly beautiful about being a source of comfort. It is a gift that requires no special skills, no wealth, no status. It only requires a heart that is willing to listen, to understand, to give. Research has shown that acts of kindness and emotional support not only improve the well-being of those receiving them, but also enhance the health of the giver. Studies from the Mayo Clinic have found that people who regularly offer support to others experience lower levels of stress, better heart health, and even increased longevity. Compassion is not just good for the soul, it is good for the body as well. But beyond science, beyond studies and research, there is something deeply human about the ability to comfort. It is what makes us feel connected, what reminds us that we are not alone in this journey of life. The hands that once held yours when you were young, the voices that soothed your fears, the kindness that carried you through your own struggles. If you can now offer those same gifts to someone else, you are continuing a legacy of love. At 71, if you can still comfort someone in need, you are proving that age has not hardened you, that life's trials have not made you indifferent. You are showing that wisdom is not just about knowledge, it is about knowing when to offer warmth, when to listen, when to simply be there. And that is one of life's greatest victories. 4. If you can adapt to change, you're winning. Life is a constant cycle of change, whether we welcome it or not. At 71, you have seen the world transform in ways that younger generations may never fully grasp. You have lived through decades of shifting cultures, evolving technologies, and personal milestones that have shaped the person you are today. Change is not always easy. It can be unsettling, even painful, to watch familiar things fade, to say goodbye to the people and places that once defined your world. But if you can still embrace change, if you can accept the unexpected with grace, learn new ways of doing things, and find joy in what is yet to come, then you are truly winning at life. Adapting to change does not mean forgetting the past or abandoning traditions. It means seeing the wisdom of your experiences while remaining open to the new. It means understanding that life does not stand still for anyone and that refusing to evolve often leads to frustration, isolation, and missed opportunities. The world today may look different than the one you grew up in, but that does not mean there is no place for you in it. If you have learned how to text your grandchildren instead of waiting for a letter, if you have figured out how to use a streaming service instead of flipping through cable channels, if you have made peace with the fact that life moves forward whether we want it to or not, then you are not just aging, you are growing. Resisting change is natural, but embracing it is powerful. Many people struggle with the idea of losing control over the way things used to be. The friends they once had are no longer there. The neighborhood they once knew looks different. The way people communicate, the way they work, the way they live, all of it shifts with time. But those who can adjust, who can find ways to participate in the world as it is now, are the ones who continue to thrive. They are the ones who stay connected, who remain engaged, who prove that aging is not about fading away, but about learning how to move forward with grace. There is a quiet strength in adaptability. It is in the elderly man who learns to use video calls so he can see his great grandchildren, in the woman who takes up painting in her 70s because she never had the time before, in the person who decides that rather than longing for the past, they will make the most of today. The ability to change, to let go of what no longer serves you, to welcome what is new without fear. This is not just survival. This is wisdom in its purest form. At 71, if you can still adapt to change, you are showing that life has not left you behind. You are proving that no matter how many years pass, there is always something to learn, always something to experience, always a new way to engage with the world. And that, more than anything, is what it means to win at life. 5. If you can walk and talk at the same time, you're winning. There was a time when walking was effortless, when moving through the world required no second thought. Steps were taken without hesitation, conversations flowed freely alongside them, and the rhythm of life felt natural. But as the years pass, even the simplest actions can become a test of endurance, a measure of how well the body and mind continue to work together. The ability to walk and talk at the same time may seem insignificant, but in reality, it is one of the clearest signs that you are still thriving. Walking is not just movement, it is independence. It is the ability to navigate the world on your own terms, to step outside and feel the ground beneath your feet, to take in the sights and sounds of life around you. But it is also a reflection of something deeper. Walking while carrying on a conversation is a sign that your mind and body are still in sync, that your muscles, balance, and cognition remain strong enough to handle two tasks at once. It means your brain is still sharp, processing information while maintaining coordination. It means your heart is still capable, pumping blood efficiently as you move. It means you are still engaged, still present, still an active participant in your own life. Many people underestimate how much walking represents their overall health. A person who moves with ease, who can stroll through a park or across a room without hesitation, is someone whose body still supports them. A person who can hold a conversation while doing so is someone whose mind is still alert, still capable of juggling thoughts and movement without struggle. But when walking becomes labored, when concentration is needed just to take each step, when conversations must pause because the effort of moving is too great, it signals that something is changing. And while that change is natural, it is not inevitable. Strength can be maintained, balance can be improved. The ability to walk and talk at the same time can remain a part of life with the right attention and care. Simple activities like daily walks, stretching, and strength exercises keep the body agile. Reading, puzzles, and social interaction keep the mind engaged. Every step taken, every conversation held in motion is proof that you are still moving forward, literally and figuratively. Imagine yourself walking with an old friend, the conversation flowing as effortlessly as the steps you take. There is no struggle, no pause, just the natural rhythm of movement and connection. This is not just an act of health, it is an act of living. It is proof that your body and mind are still working together, that you are still capable of keeping pace with life. At 71, if you can still walk and talk at the same time, you are not just maintaining your physical and mental well-being, you are holding on to something far greater. You are holding on to your independence, your ability to engage with the world, your power to keep moving forward. And that is winning in every sense of the word. 6. If you can find joy in the simple things, you're winning. There was a time when life was filled with big milestones, career achievements, raising a family, reaching goals that once seemed impossible. But as the years pass, the true beauty of life reveals itself not in grand accomplishments, but in the quiet, ordinary moments that so often go unnoticed. If you can still find joy in the simple things, the warmth of the morning sun on your skin, the sound of laughter drifting through the air, the taste of a home-cooked meal, then you are truly winning at life. Joy is not something that requires wealth, youth, or perfect circumstances. It is found in the way you choose to see the world. A walk through the park is not just exercise, it is an opportunity to witness the way the leaves shift in the wind, the way the birds call out to one another, the way the air changes with the seasons. A conversation with an old friend is not just passing the time, it is a reminder of shared history, of the bonds that have carried you through the years. A simple cup of coffee in the quiet of the morning is not just a routine, it is a moment of peace, a pause in the rush of time where everything feels just right. Not everyone reaches this stage in life with the ability to appreciate what is in front of them. Some dwell on what has been lost, the people who are no longer here, the abilities that have faded, the dreams that were never realized. But those who can still embrace joy, who can still recognize that life in all its imperfection is still worth celebrating, are the ones who have truly learned what it means to live well. Research has shown that gratitude and the ability to find joy in the present moment are directly linked to emotional and physical well-being. People who focus on what they have rather than what they lack experience lower levels of stress, better heart health, and even increased longevity. This is not about ignoring the difficulties that come with aging. It is about choosing, despite them, to keep looking for the beauty that still exists. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling excitement, not for something extravagant, but for something as simple as the first sip of your favorite tea or the way the sky looks just before the sun sets. Imagine finding comfort in an old song that takes you back to a different time, in the softness of a familiar sweater, in the quiet contentment of knowing that today, just as it is enough. That kind of joy is not just happiness, it is resilience, wisdom, and a deep understanding of what truly matters. At 71, if you can still find joy in the simple things, you have mastered something that many people search for their entire lives. You have learned that happiness is not in the past or the future, but in the moments you choose to embrace right now. And that, above all else, is what it truly means to win at life. 7. If you can reflect on your life with gratitude, you're winning. Reaching 71 is more than just marking another year. It is standing at a place in life where you can look back and see the path you have traveled. Some moments shine brightly, filled with laughter, love, and success. Others are heavy with loss, regret, and challenges that once seemed insurmountable. But if you can look back on it all, not just the easy parts, but the struggles too, and feel a sense of gratitude, then you have truly won at life. Gratitude is not about pretending everything has been perfect. It is about recognizing the value in every experience, even the difficult ones. The hardships you have faced have shaped your resilience. The losses have deepened your appreciation for those who remain. The mistakes have taught you lessons that you now carry forward. Gratitude is about understanding that your life in its entirety has been meaningful, not because it was without pain, but because you endured, grew, and became who you are today. Many people spend their later years looking back with regret, wishing they had done things differently, longing for a past that can never return. But those who find peace in their memories, who choose to see their lives not as a series of missed opportunities, but as a story filled with purpose, are the ones who truly thrive. They do not dwell on what they cannot change. They celebrate the moments that made their life worth living. They understand that joy and sorrow are intertwined, that one cannot exist without the other, and that both are necessary to form a full and meaningful life. Science has shown that practicing gratitude has profound effects on both mental and physical health. Studies from Harvard Medical School reveal that people who regularly reflect on what they are grateful for experience lower levels of depression, better heart health, and even stronger immune systems. Gratitude rewires the brain, shifting focus away from what is lacking and toward what is present. It does not erase the past, but it allows us to see it through a lens of appreciation rather than regret. Imagine sitting quietly with your thoughts, allowing memories to come and go like waves. You remember the laughter of a childhood friend, the warmth of a hand held in love, the pride of overcoming a difficult season. You recall moments of struggle, times when you were unsure how you would move forward, yet somehow you did. You think about the people who shaped you, the lessons that guided you, and the experiences that brought meaning to your days. And as you reflect, you feel something settle within you, not sadness for what is gone, but gratitude for what has been. At 71, if you can look at your life and feel thankful, not just for the easy moments, but for all of it, you have reached a level of wisdom that many never find. You have learned that life is not about perfection, but about appreciation. You have discovered that even in the hardest moments, there was something worth holding on to. And that more than anything else is what it means to truly win at life. Embracing the victory of a life well lived. Winning at 71 is not about defying age. It is about embracing it. It is about recognizing that every wrinkle tells a story, every gray hair holds a lesson, and every step forward is a victory. It is about understanding that success in this stage of life is not measured in wealth, status, or accolades, but in the quiet moments that define who you are and how you choose to live. If you can still move with strength, think with clarity, love with depth, and appreciate the life you have been given, then you are truly winning. The world may try to tell you that growing older is a slow decline, that it is a time of loss rather than gain. But those who have lived long enough know the truth. Age is not something to fear. It is something to honor. It is a privilege denied to many. And those who reach 71 with the ability to stand tall, to wake up with purpose, to adapt to change, to offer comfort, to walk and talk with ease, to find joy in simple things, and to reflect with gratitude are not just aging, they are thriving. Life does not end when youth fades. It evolves, it deepens, it offers a different kind of beauty, one that comes not from what is seen, but from what is felt. There is wisdom in the way you laugh, in the way you listen, in the way you see the world with eyes that understand both its joys and its sorrows. There is strength in the way you keep going, in the way you face each new day with the quiet determination of someone who knows that life is still worth living, still worth cherishing. Not everyone gets to 71 with the ability to celebrate the life they have lived. But if you can still see value in each breath, in each conversation, in each sunrise, then you have already won. Because winning is not about what you have, it is about who you are. It is about how you choose to carry the years you have been given. It is about knowing deep in your heart that even now, even at this age, there is still so much life left to live. And that is the greatest victory of all. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your own terms.